Gente, ¿cómo están? Bueno, estamos de vuelta aquí, vamos a
There
terminar.
you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Voy a tratar de no entrar a
I
fondo.
never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
O sea, se supone que la historia principal solamente, o sea, no digo solamente porque es mucho, pero la historia principal dura
The
75
curse is
horas.
broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal. My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell. Not every life is equal. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. Their lives were not precious. They were a blight that required expunging. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
No sé, se supone que si hacer misiones secundarias, que es casi imposible, son 75.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. You were right, of course. The new eye is a sending stone, courtesy of Mizora. She uses it to track my location and call from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did.
Ah, my God! Quite the cozy setup you have here. My research, it's not too deep.
Es que no voy a optar por eso porque
You only
ya
have a mat.
lo probamos, ¿me entienden? Ya no tiene sentido.
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. And I went and proved him right. A Grand Duke's duty is to his city, first and foremost. There would only ever be one outcome.
No sé por qué me sigue marcando que tengo cosas que hacer con él. Probablemente sea porque tengo que meterlo bajo mi compañía, pero no creo.
You saw Gortash,
No lo voy a
didn't you?
hacer.
What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
O sea, yo creo que una cosa que yo cambiaría de este juego es...
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
O sea, el juego está perfecto, la trama está muy bien, la verdad. Me gusta mucho el juego en sí. Pero yo hubiera agregado en vez de 4 compañeros 5. Creo que 5 compañeros es perfecto y 4 no. ¿Por qué? Porque si estamos hablando de que tengo que meter a un compañero más porque él tiene que hacer cosas, tengo que dejar a otro de lado. Y eso que yo he robado muchas cosas y he matado a muchos tipos, pero no sé si tengo para armar a otra persona. Yo creo que sí, tal vez no con lo mejor, pero sí creo que puedo.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him.
Pero me encanta, o sea, este juego me ha hecho pensar en comprarme otros juegos que son de RPGs que son muy buenos también.
I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does. I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side. And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean.
Pero sí, tenemos que vencer, o sea, bajo lo que dice esto, tenemos que vencer una vez más, o sea, tenemos que vencer a 2 tipos más, eso son 10 horas más por lo menos, más o menos, yo creo. Y las misiones secundarias realmente no creo que las voy a hacer, o sea, si es que puedo hacer algo, lo hago, si es que no sé dónde está, no tengo ganas. Y por otro lado, como dije, eso de tener que cambiar de compañero cada rato no es tan bueno. Porque, o sea, te dan el nivel, sí, te lo dan, obvio. Te dan, o sea, el personaje es igual a tu nivel. Pero hay tanto loot y tanta cosa que, como dije, también por otro lado es un poco complejo eso. Demasiado loot, hay demasiado loot. Pero veamos. Nada de lo que digo son quejas, son acotaciones que yo tomaría. Mucha gente yo creo que ni siquiera va a terminar el juego. Aún hay mucha gente jugándolo, 600.000 personas, es una locura, realmente. ¿Qué me dice? Yo sé que hablé con todos, o sea que...
Well met.
Por eso digo, como que me están obligando a cambiar de nuevo. Me están obligando a cambiar de nuevo.
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Ya hablé con ellos, por eso vuelvo a decir, es que me parece raro. Ah, ok, aquí hay alguien que quiere hablar conmigo. Bueno.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed. I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough, but I felt it call to me, as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Bueno. Wow.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
No creo que haya nadie más que quiera hablar conmigo, supongo. Me tomé el tiempo de hablar con todos, ¿no? De nuevo,
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Not if you enjoy having your head attached to your neck. She stole my family from me. She stole my life. Whatever reason she has isn't good enough. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
The curse has been lifted, the land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Entonces este mapa no se reveló a mí hasta ahora, la verdad.
How much farther can I go?
Porque claro, esta es la ciudad de Baldur Gate. Ahora no sé qué tan grande sea tampoco. No les puedo decir. No tengo idea. Pero bueno, o sea, ya estamos acá. Esto no, o sea, este mapa no les va a aparecer hasta que no terminen con todo el resto que tienen que ver. O sea, prácticamente como... Sigo estando en un campamento, no veo mucha importancia a seguir conversando, la verdad.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join my power.
We're under it. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Ya, pero yo no siento que...
Talk to me.
I am fury. I am death.
Es que es súper curioso, man. En serio, me cambiaron incluso, no sé por qué me cambiaron los ataques. O la forma en cómo estaban puestos, porque antiguamente esto no estaba acá, pero bueno, da lo mismo. Ahora pego menos, pero... Veamos.
Where do I go from here?
O sea, pego menos con ella, ¿no? Ahora le puedo quitar el arma a corazón oscuro y corazón sombrío, digamos, y ya. No, tampoco es mucho problema y cambiar el arma, o sea, para que pegue más. No es... Lo puedo hacer en un segundo.
Victory awaits.
Die, you liquid harborer!
Que probablemente lo voy a hacer, o sea, voy a ver si cuánto pega ella con el... Porque 20, no sé si es tanto. Y aparte falló, no, me conviene darle el arma, la hacha a la guerrera, la verdad.
Can't give up.
El hacha, el hacha.
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Que pero tengo que llegar... Ok, entiendo.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Tengo que... Es lo único que tengo que hacer. Tengo 2 turnos para hacerlo.
I am fury. I am death. Swift and lethal. What's the plan? Victory awaits.
Queda un turno, o sea... Lo aguanto, me están pegando bastante, son nivel 9, o sea... Definitivamente...
Sylvanas, preserve us! That orb's about to shatter!
on me. I'm under attack.
La verdad que no quiero alargar mucho esto.
Still breathing,
Si soy
despite
honesto,
everything.
porque no quiero.
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
Hay cerebrillos solamente.
Shadowheart needs to speak to her
Kill
more
who
than
you
I.
must to survive.
Better wait until
Even
she's-
No quiero, o sea, no creo que sea muy importante los cerebros, tal vez.
I need you now.
Sí, tengo que ver por dónde voy a ir. Porque no sé. Por aquí no puedo.
It's not over. Come to the skull. It's not over. Come to the skull.
O
The
sea,
skull. Come to the skull.
podría haber explorado la parte de arriba. Esta parte de acá si hubiera querido. Y la parte de acá si hubiera querido también. Pero me estoy yendo ya más allá nomás.
At the ready.
Help me.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Geek abomination! By the one true sky, what is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Zone from her soul cage. I told you about my room in the Elsong Tavern that night when you held me. I was vulnerable. You comforted me. Your continued existence as yourself and not a mind flayer should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But If you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Aid an illithid against Githyanki. We cannot. We must not!
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me, for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
Me hubiera gustado cambiar el arma de ella, pero yo creo que ya no puedo, ¿no? O tal vez sí puedo. A ver, déjenme pasárselos al corazón. Y déjenme cambiar esto. Porque siento que ella es más como para eso. Y la Cell es como más como para esta alta, la verdad. Creo yo. Esto no va a ser difícil, yo creo. Esto va a ser... Estos son aliados. No quiero herirlos. No.
Another day, another fight.
The rock resists all attempts to shatter it.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene. To owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain. The one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Rather than potential future allies, like you. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Jastil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prism. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. I do not have the privilege of knowing the answer, but the consequences are clear enough. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, There will be civil war. Blackith will be finished.
Vlaakith is eternal. My people would not be swayed by this false prince.
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
Hay un momento donde que tengo que guardar, porque si me están pidiendo que cambie de forma...
I am pleased to hear that. You will do very well as an illithid. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. The transformation will not be complete. The physical alteration in particular will only be partial. But your potential will certainly be amplified. Would you like to do it? Sí. Would you like to evolve?
Claro que sí. Voy a
Whatever this gig offers is no gift to you.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand.
Grabé antes, así que da lo mismo, ¿me entienden? Quiero ver si me puedo hacer más fuerte solamente.
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said. A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Entonces dice semi-lícito, tutorial general, ha aceptado la xenomorfosis y te has convertido en semi-lícito. Ahora podrás emplear capacidades que dice fisiónicas más poderosas. Ok, o sea, eso quiere decir de que me dieron 3 renacuajos más para ver que puedo hacer me interesa, la verdad. Emite una oleada crónica de energía psíquica con la posibilidad de dejar aturdidos a los enemigos a los que afecta. Esto es un pasivo. Descubre un nexo mágico que permite a los que están dentro llevar a cabo acciones y acciones adicionales e intercambiar. Yo creo que esto es una buena opción. Y esto es... Tremor es una bestia tremula que puede trazarse a sí misma y a los enemigos y tiene un puede ser también, honestamente. Pero por ahora creo que me voy a tirar por acá. Todo lo que sea pasivo creo que es muy bueno. ¿Qué es esto? Has descubierto una maravillosa adaptabilidad y tu interior se elimina los espacios de conjuros cargados y costes en recursos similares para tu siguiente acción y un conjuro se renueva tras completar descanso. Esto por ejemplo también me parece excelente. Ahora quiero ver bien porque dice empujas 6 metros a todas las criaturas. Las criaturas que sufren daño por caída de vida se resistirán. Cuando un enemigo situado a 18 metros menos te apunta con un conjuro de nivel inferior igual, puedes usar tu reacción para curar. Eso también es buenísimo, la verdad. O sea, hay muchas cosas que son interesantes de ser un manflayer. Así que yo sí guardo, me gusta eso. Igual ya estamos casi con el tiempo, gente, pero vamos a ver esto último y ya. Lo que pasa es que cuando digo esto último casi siempre uno se termina expandiendo mucho, la verdad. Casi siempre terminas expandiéndote. Ahora, no pensé que la historia diese esta vuelta tan grande, honestamente, a darte cuenta de que en realidad uno de ellos siempre te estuvo protegiendo y que en realidad nunca te ibas a transformar, ¿me entiendes? Y el tema de los Kiyanki o como se llamen, tampoco era muy importante, por decirlo de alguna forma. O sea, no sé, siento que los Kiyanki son medios brutos y no entienden las cosas. Pero esa es mi percepción.
A curious ornate box. Its many sides are engraved with indecipherable.
No, ahora claramente cambió un poco mi cara. Estoy un poco más, no sé, como más, se me ve un poco más como, no sé, no, como con heridas, una cosa así.
I have a lot on my mind.
Ahora, si veo, o sea, si veo el comportamiento de la party en general y me voy a la hoja, igual aún así no he perdido confianza con ellos, con ninguno. No. Ni miren todos los estados, rasgos destacables, o sea, olvídense. Por eso digo que a veces no es tan bueno cambiar de gente. Veamos qué me tiene que decir.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
No, tengo cosas como esta. Puedo volar, imagínense. Qué locura. En serio.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. The tainted blood of the mother. The traitor prince. The Laxarai. He sought Vlakith's head in a Geich ploy for her throne. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlakith our ruler. The first Vlakith of many. It is Vlakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's renegade spawn. A Geich thrall who would return us to our slavers. He convinced his own mother's honor guard to join a coup against Vlaakith I. He would have fed our empire to the Illithids had he succeeded. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshis teach us. Yet the traitor's with us, controlled by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would hand Vlaakith's dominion to his Geich masters. The astral plane would be first to fall. The others would soon follow. We find a way to enter the prism and slay Orpheus. He is a Geich puppet cloaked in Githyanki's skin, and the most powerful mind master known to my people. One word from his scheming lips and the people would doubt. 2 words and they would rage. 3 words and they would bow to the false prince. The Githyanki would be slaves once more. And one by one, the planes would fall to the Geich.
O sea, no voy a alargar más el episodio, pero no voy a hacer eso, ya, solo por comentarlo. Porque ya me dijo lo que pasaría. No. Y acá tengo 2 opciones. Controlar al cerebro o destruirlo. No. Que bueno, como dije, todo eso lo veremos. Yo creo que no. Yo creo que ya en el siguiente episodio. Digamos que en este momento ya no es momento como para. Para seguir alargando el episodio. Hoy día, la verdad. Estoy súper entretenido. Ha tomado un camino muy diferente al que pensé. Y apareció en una ciudad que pensé que tal vez no estaba ahí. Pero sí estaba ahí. Y eso que yo vi el mapa. Y aún así, aunque vi el mapa y todo...
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? I haven't even dared to use the more benign forms of Illithid powers. Do you really think I'm eager to jump to the next step? Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself. Fine. I truly hope you're right about this.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
Entonces quiero solo ver, porque aquí probablemente van a ver... No puedo. Bueno, no, que yo no le quería compartir los renacuajos, pero bueno. Pero lo que puedo hacer antes de acabar el episodio, que lo puedo hacer rápido, es como...
First in my heart.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her. Yes, and at a great cost, partial ceremorphosis. I won't begrudge you your choice. As for me, though, I'm not ready. I might never be.
Lo voy a convencer a todos y acabamos el episodio. Nada más.
Gods, yes. I can feel its energy. Its essence filling me to near bursting. Very well. I will avail myself of the astral tadpole's powers.
Ella que se niega.
It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided?
Yo y mi astucia.
Galik, the Elder Brain. It could be the harbinger of the grand design and the doom of the Githyanki. The end time of the 16 planes will be upon us, and the astral would be the first to fall. Very well. I will accept what this damnable Geichrok has to offer. Vlakith ka sivim hrath crashet.
Entonces...
Vlakith's will be done.
Se supone que tengo que seleccionarla para que ella...
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast.
Puede que al final nos engañen y nos caemos
The tadpole's
todos,
essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
Todos se garantizan los primeros dotes, digámoslo así. Me faltaría, bueno, ella ya lo hizo.
All right.
Solo me faltarían algunos, que no es mucho, la verdad. Estos serán un par de minutos, gente, nada más. Es bastante fácil convencer a esta persona de que lo acepte.
Already feeling better.
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink. Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are. great powers, huh? I'm skeptical. Thought you'd be too. Especially if this thing wants to turn you into, what, a half squid? Then again, you can pull it off better than most. You've got to be kidding. You really want me to become a partial illithid? Wasn't a decade in Avernus punishment enough?
Veamos.
Oh, I'm that easy to manipulate, am I? Where's that bloody worm? Stick it in my eye before I change my mind.
Veamos aquí.
When I first met you, saving yourself from ceremorphosis was your greatest wish. And yet now, you've stepped closer to embracing it. I trust your leadership and respect your decisions, but I truly hope this is not something we come to regret. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems my faith was more than well-founded. What would you like to know?
Ahora parece que
Anytime.
él parece que él no se puede poner parásito, por lo que estoy viendo. Ahora este one de acá lo va a aceptar sí o sí. Definitivamente.
Oh, we have a new... Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're going to say. The answer is no. No.
Capability, alacrity, quickness. The feeling the world was made for you. Such is the potential of the illithid kind. He sees it, yet he fears it still. As you pick apart his mind, you discover his worst memory, that which brings him the purest terror. Complete solitude after being disobedient, sealed, buried alive, voiceless. Will this be forever? A year of horror, then the release. He will never disobey again.
Thomas. Damn you. All right. I'll do it.
Sé que estoy siendo un poco cruel, pero me gusta, la verdad. Es que la verdad es chistoso.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Bueno, lo voy a dejar hasta acá el día de hoy porque la verdad, como dije ya, me pasé el tiempo y todo, más allá de que me cae la risa y lo disfrute, tengo que dejarse acá. Así que nada, ya saben, suscríbanse, dejen like, comenten, compartan el canal y ya los veo en la siguiente. Cuídense.